So, Wanda, just to get a bit of a feel for your situation at the moment, have you chosen your new home? Have you found where you want to go, or are you still looking for something?
Yes, I have. It's a nice little house, comfortable, and fairly and doesn't need too much maintenance.
Oh, that's wonderful. That'll be a big difference from where you are now.
Oh yes,
Yeah. And what sort of time frame are you looking at to sell? When will your new one be ready?
it will be ready fairly soon, so we need to go as soon as possible.
Okay. And do you need the sale proceeds from this property in order to buy the new
Yes,
one?
we do.
You do?
Yes, we do.
All right. So what I can do there for you is I can also liaise with the people that you're buying into or you're buying from, and just make sure that we can line up those contracts.
Yes,
Okay.
good.
And what about pricing? Have you looked at pricing in the area? Do you have any idea of what this one?
Not really.
That's okay.
I would be relying on you as to what you think the value of the house is.
Absolutely. Well, I'll cover that off shortly. I have got a comparative analysis there for you, and we'll be able to go through and
Yeah.
work out where this one
Good.
should be pitched in the market. And in terms of the sale contract, are there any special conditions that you would like to see included in the contract, or anything in particular?
Given the condition of my home, I think to sell as is. It is in very good shape, but just to market as is.
Absolutely, yes. And I think in your case, that's definitely
Yeah.
one of the best options for
Yeah.
you. If you were to go about doing any, renovations or enhancements, you may end up spending more than what
That's
you'll get
right.
back, and we
Yes.
don't want you to
No,
do that.
it's not worth it.
No, and on top of that, there's the effort. So let's make
That's
it as
right, yes.
easy as possible
As
for you.
is, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So just in relation to the property, I do need to disclose any what we call material facts
Yeah.
to the potential sellers. Now, I did notice that there's signs of some termite damage by the front door and down in the laundry. Are you aware if you've got any termites or?
We have been checked, and there's no termites nowhere at the moment, and that damage is pretty old damage.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you just haven't repaired that.
That's right. Yes.
All right. No, that's good to know. Now, you've also got that lovely covered area downstairs with
Yeah.
that beautiful pitched
Yes,
roof.
that's right.
Is that council approved?
No, not yet.
No, that's okay. Well, I wouldn't recommend you go and get that council approved. We'll just disclose to the buyers
Yes.
that it's not.
Yeah.
They can choose to accept it as it is. They may ask you to get that certified.
Yeah.
And worst case scenario, they may ask you to pull it down, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Hopefully not.
No. So in terms of preparing the property for sale, Wanda, we've already mentioned that we don't want you to be doing anything too much, that it will be sold in its current condition.
Yep.
It may be worthwhile just to put by as it is to get that termite damage repaired.
Yes.
Now, I can arrange, we've got access to some excellent handymen who can
Good.
do that for you. I would think, based on past experience, you're probably looking at about $1,000.
Yeah.
And what that'll do, that will remove the visible effects of old
Yes.
damage, and that way your buyers won't be very nervous about the prospect of termites.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so we can organise that for you. Now, your upstairs paint job is lovely from when you just recently had that done.
Yep.
Now, you have got that downstairs area, that
Yes.
second rumpus downstairs,
Yes.
that I noticed is very blue. Do you think we could possibly get a painter in there just to match the rest of the house and neutralise that one?
That will be a very good idea.
I think so.
Yes, yes.
Yes, it'll freshen everything up.
Yes.
It'll provide that consistency for when buyers are coming through.
Yes.
And again, it means that, because every time a buyer sees work they need done or they think they want done, they always exaggerate how much it's going to cost.
That's right.
So, I would think to do that room, you're probably looking at no more than $2,500. Whereas a buyer would estimate probably 5 to 10.
That's right.
And that can cause some issues
Yes.
when we're trying to negotiate on that
Yes.
price for you. So again, we've got access to some excellent painters.
Yes.
So I can organise that with you to get that work done.
Good.
Okay, fantastic. So now let's move on to price, because that's the
Right.
pretty important bit.
Very,
Yeah?
very important.
Yes. So I've done the comparative market analysis for you. What I've done is I've looked at properties that are currently on the market that are similar to yours, because they'll be your direct competition.
Yes.
And then I've also looked at properties that have sold recently. I've only gone back 3 months, Wanda, because the market is moving so quickly, prices are going up so quickly, that anything that sold 6 months ago or 12 months ago is probably irrelevant.
Totally.
Yeah. So currently on the market, we've got 8 Tarn East Street,
Yes.
which is just a couple of streets over
Yes.
from you. Now that's listed at 1.1 million.
Yeah.
That's kind of a little bit similar to yours, 3 bedrooms, but it does only
Yes.
have the 1 bathroom, whereas you've got the 2. We've
Yeah.
got 16 in Galley Drive.
Good.
That's listed without a price, but I can see that it's listed between 1 million and 1.1.
Yes.
And then we've also got 7 Towery Street, which is very similar. So that is the 3 bedrooms, 2
Yes.
bathrooms with a carport and the 2 utility rooms
Yeah.
downstairs. Again, that is listed in that 1 to 1.1 million range. When we have a look at the properties that have sold recently, so the most comparable to yours would be 42 Cobbity Crescent. That sold at 1.13, so we're above that 1.1
Yeah.
there. 13 Elleroo Crescent, now he'd done quite a lot of work to it, he possibly overcapitalised,
Yes.
maybe. Now that one sold a little bit higher at 1.21. And then 15 Wandera Crescent, again, very, very similar to
Yes.
yours, at 1.19. So that's telling me that properties are currently being listed in that 1 to 1.1 range,
Yes.
but buyers are actually paying 1.1 to 1.2.
Yes.
So I think if we list your property at 1.1, that will get buyers who are shopping for property, because people will often in realestate.com and on Domain, they will often put their budget in,
Yes.
and so they'll have to put in between 1 and 1.1.
Yes.
Or they may be shopping and putting in up to 1.2 million.
Yes.
So that's going to capture all of those buyers within these price brackets.
Yes.
And then from there, it's up to me to negotiate with them
Yes.
and to get them to pay as much as we possibly
Yes,
can.
that's right.
So are you happy if we list that property at 1.1?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
It is a very good base price.
It is, and it's average for the area.
Yes.
You know, we've talked about not doing any major enhancements
Yes.
on yours, which would put it up above that 1.2.
Yes.
So that 1 to 1.1 is pretty much entry
Yes,
level for
that's
our
right.
area.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that will work well.
Yes.
In terms of the method of sale, now you would have read through the information that I sent you,
Yes.
and we talked about a private treaty, auction, and tender.
Yes.
So the tender process is basically where we say, look, for all of you buyers, we want your best offer
Yes.
submitted by a certain date,
Yes.
and we review those offers and you choose one.
Yes.
That takes away a lot of our negotiating power when we do that, so I wouldn't recommend that.
Mm.
Auctions, there's a time and a place, and I think for your property, it's a good entry level property for the neighbourhood, for the
Yes.
area. A lot of our buyers, potential buyers, will be those first home buyers.
Yes.
Now, first home buyers we've found typically prefer to be able to do their building and pest after they've signed a contract,
Yes.
and to have a couple of weeks to get their formal finance approval done.
Yes.
They may be pre-approved, but to get that formal
Formal,
finance approval where the
yes.
bank says, great, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, we're willing to lend you this amount of money for that property.
Yes.
Now, if we were to auction, that's not possible, because an auction is, whilst it's really lovely for a seller, an auction contract is cash unconditional.
Yes.
So if anything untoward happened and for some reason the buyers suddenly couldn't get the money, they're still committed, and we'd lose a lot of those core buyers of yours. So
Yes.
for you, I'd recommend the private treaty
Yes.
sale.
Yes. It sounds a lot better.
And that's the one that we're more familiar with.
Yes.
So it goes up on the market, we bring the buyers through open homes or private inspections, we negotiate with them, we encourage their offers, and we negotiate with them to find the buyer who's willing to pay the best price with the easiest terms
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
So we'll look at a private treaty
Yeah.
sale.
Yeah.
I think that's far better, and it's far
Oh,
less
definitely.
far less
definitely.
stressful for you and hands
That's
as
right.
well.
Yes. Very much so.
And and you know, I mean, we're still selling within
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you know, within 2 weeks
Yeah.
typically. So how do we market the property?
Yes.
It's very different from when you ever sold a house before?
No.
No, right. It's probably very different from when you bought this one back in 1970.
Yes.
So basically, buyers today will 99.999% will search for their property online. So they'll go to realestate.com.au or domain.com.au. And once they have a look there, they'll filter so that they're looking in the area they want, for the type of property they want, you know, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, whatever. And also they'll pop their budget in there most of the time as well. Now, once we list that online, well, before we list it online, we'll bring the photographer through, and Brodie's just lovely.
Yeah.
So Brodie will come through, I'll be here with him. He'll take photos of the inside and outside of the house. He'll put a drone up and he'll get some aerial shots. And then we'll also get some broader photos,
Yes.
some broader aerial
Yes.
shots with what we call locality markers.
Yeah.
And that enables people who aren't familiar with the area here in Ferny Hills to be able to see where your property is in relation to the train station, to the schools, to the shops.
Yes.
So it gives them that context when they're
Yes.
looking at it.
Yeah.
And then Brodie also has some really, really cool software that will do up a floor plan as well.
Yes.
And essentially what's happening is they're taking their first inspection online.
Online. Yes.
And they're using that information to decide whether they want to physically come to the property.
Yes.
So that's one of the key parts of your advertising, because what we need to achieve there I don't allow any major photoshopping or anything like that going on. Your property needs to be presented as honestly as possible in its very best light,
Yes.
and give those buyers enough information to say, wow, we need to come and have a look through this.
Yes.
And then when they come through the property, I like to see them smiling or nodding,
Yeah.
and having all of those positive reactions where they say, this is better than what we expected.
Yes.
Because if they say this is better than what we expected, the amount they expected to pay has suddenly increased.
Yes.
So that's where our negotiation first starts. So then once we've got the photos, we'll get those back from Brodie the following day. I'll prepare all of the ad wording, the ad copy, the brochures, the window card
Yes.
that goes in the front of our office. And our brochures will have hard copy brochures and digital ones, so people can see them. Everybody does everything now on their
Yes.
phone. And then we can have you up online the day after that.
Yes.
And so that's the process
Yes.
that will
Good.
take.
Good.
And so your marketing will be the online advertising for realestate.com and domain.com, the photography,
Yeah.
and the hard copy brochures.
Yes.
Everything else will cover the cost for.
Yes.
Yep.
Good. Thank you.
Okay. Then once we've got you up online, we will also advertise the open home times.
Yes.
Now, open homes are great because buyers prefer not to have to call an agent
Yes.
in the first instance. They just want to rock up.
Yes.
So they're really, really good. And open homes are good also because we get multiple buyers at the same time
Yes.
through the property.
Yeah.
And it creates that sense of pressure, sort of a sense of
Yes.
urgency.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if any of those buyers want to come back for another inspection, bring mum and dad through, for example,
Yes.
I'll organise a private inspection
Yes.
for them.
Good.
Okay, so now in terms, I know that Hans mentioned he was a little bit nervous about having buyers coming through.
Yes.
So in terms of making sure that we keep your property safe,
Yes.
first of all, I'll remove any trip hazards, but
Yes.
I can't find any in this
Yeah.
home
Good.
anyway.
Good.
We will keep a very close eye on people going up and down the stairs.
Yes.
The first thing we do is everybody who comes through your property must register with us.
Yes.
They'll either register before they come in at the open home
Yes.
or when they contact me for a private inspection. So I've got their contact details.
Yes.
The only other thing that I'd suggest is, any of these higher value items,
Yes,
little trinkets that you've got out,
Yes.
just pop
Yes.
those
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
I've never had an issue, but we don't want to give people the opportunity.
No, that's definitely not.
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah. And the other thing, we don't want to distract buyers with your trinkets anyway.
No, that's right.
They're here to look at the house.
Yes, that's right.
And then while I've got buyers in the home, whether it's an open home or a private inspection, of course, I'm keeping a very close eye on them.
Yeah.
And I do regular walkthroughs of
Yes.
the property.
Yes.
Again, before I close up, I'll do another walkthrough
Yes.
and make sure we haven't got anybody hanging around that I've
Missing.
forgotten about.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't want to lock anybody in your house. Now, just covering our fees and charges.
Yes.
First and foremost, I work for you and Hans.
Thank you.
Okay, you're always in charge.
Yes.
I'll just put that out there. There's a few things that I do need to let you know about. So if I wanted to buy the home,
Yes.
or if a family member of mine wanted to buy
Yeah.
the home, I need to disclose that.
Yes.
I also need to disclose, and it is covered in the Form 6,
Thank you.
I also need to disclose that if I receive any payments or kickbacks, so for example, we're organising the handyman and the painter,
Yes.
if there was any kickbacks coming to me, I need to disclose
Close
that as
that.
well.
Yes.
But in this, I don't do that. I don't get any kickbacks. And just to let you know your privacy, we have a very strict privacy
Yes.
policy. Your personal information is kept secure
Yes. Thank you.
in the office.
Yes, we need that.
You do,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
Yes.
You should have it. And only authorised staff have access to that information.
Good.
Similarly, when I'm talking with buyers, I don't even let them know why you're selling.
No.
It's none of their business.
No.
Because it doesn't change the value of the property.
No, that's right.
Okay, so rest assured, your personal circumstances remain your personal
Yes.
circumstances.
Great,
And
thank you.
people won't know about that. Now, do you have any specific instructions for me, Wanda? In relation to maybe open home times? Is there a preferred time?
Late Saturday mornings would be good,
Yes. Okay.
or maybe sometime, or weekdays, if that is
Yep.
suitable.
Yep.
No, just contact me.
Absolutely. And I would always do that. I would
No,
never,
no,
yeah.
but that would be an option. Yes.
Yes, most definitely. So the Saturdays are great
Yes.
for open homes. That's
Yeah.
when most of the buyers
Yes.
are out.
Yeah.
Weekdays are very good for the follow-up private
Yes.
inspections.
Yes.
Because people can organise that a little bit better. So that's fine. We'll stick to that schedule.
Yes, good.
But I'll always give you plenty of notice.
Yes.
Rest assured, I'll never just call you when I'm outside with a buyer. I wouldn't do that. And so we maintain a really regular contact. It's important that you know how things are going.
Yes.
So ideally, every day, every couple of days, I'll be in touch to let
Yes.
you know how the online advertising
Yes.
is looking.
Yes.
after every open home and inspection, I'll call you with some feedback.
Yep.
And then, of course, as we get the offers in, you'll be let know about those
Yes.
as well. So just for those updates as we're going
Yes.
through the campaign, what's the best way? Would you rather me just pop round to see you, or telephone, or text?
Phone, no, a phone or text.
Phone or text?
Yes.
Beautiful. All right. So I've made a note there for you.
Thank you.
So I've got details there of everything that we've discussed.
Yes.
I will, when I get back to the office, send a communication plan.
Yes.
And that'll have a calendar as well,
Yes.
so that you'll know exactly
Yes.
what's happening when.
Yes.
And also when you can expect to hear from me. So Wanda, if you and Hans are happy to proceed,
Yes.
I can go through the Form
Thank you.
6 with you. Yes?
Thank you.
Okay, lovely.
Thank
so
you.
we'll go through
Thank
that.
you. Part 3.
Yep.
Yes.
Right, so the details of the property.
Yes.
Yeah, so obviously we've got the sort of property that it is and the physical address.
Yes.
We also need to be sure that we've captured what's called the real property description correctly,
Yes.
because that is what is used to transfer the title across to the new owners.
Yes.
So we will do a title search, or I've
Yes.
already done the title
Yes.
search, and that gives me the lot number, the registered plan number, and the title reference.
Yes.
And that's really the legal property details.
yeah.
So that's used
Yes.
for transferring the title across. Yeah. So we'll do that.
Yeah.
And I think you were asking me earlier about the open listing versus the...
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So basically an open listing means that you can list the property with any agent, as many agents as you want,
Yes.
and whoever sells the property is who you pay the commission
Yes.
to.
Yeah.
We very rarely see open listings today. I mean, they were done many, many years ago, but not now.
That's right.
An exclusive agency is far better. If you just allocate me, 'cause
Yes.
essentially what you're doing is giving me the keys to the house and saying,
Yes.
Karen, turn it into as much money as you possibly can.
That's right.
Yeah. Now, the best way that I can do that is to have complete control over the buyers
Yes.
and not have buyers going to different
Yes.
agents
That's
and
right. Yes.
finding a buyer who will let them buy it more cheaply.
That's right. Precisely.
Yeah,
Yes.
so open listing, that's the
Yes,
open listing.
yeah.
The exclusive agency, which is what I'm proposing, is that I'm your agent. Anybody contacts you about the property, does anything to do with the property, you come to me, you send
Good.
them to me.
Good.
Yep. And if you wanted a sole agency, what that means is you still list exclusively, or you still list with
Yeah.
me, but if you find a buyer,
Yes.
then you don't have to pay the commission.
That's
But
right.
again, the likelihood of you finding a buyer...
Oh, definitely not. No.
Exactly. Yeah.
Too hard.
And it is very
Yeah.
difficult. Yeah. So we'll move on to the commission.
Yes.
So the commission is calculated as a percentage of the sale price.
Good.
Many, many years ago, legislation was introduced to have a maximum commission of it was 5% of the first 18,000
Yes.
and then 2.5%
Yeah.
after that. In 2014, that was deregulated. So now agents can charge whatever fee they feel is fair.
Yes.
Now, the average for our area is 2.75% of the sale price, inclusive of GST. But I actually operate a little bit lower than that.
Oh, thank you.
No, that's okay,
Yeah,
because
that's
prices
good.
have
Yeah.
increased so
Yes.
much. So I operate at 2.2% of the sale
Yes.
price,
Yep.
inclusive of GST. Now, that's only payable once the property settles.
Yes.
And your solicitors will organise that out of the settlement monies.
Yes.
So you won't be invoiced
No.
and have to pay that.
No, that's
But
right.
it all just happens.
Thank you. You're
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
Yes, you're making it very, very clear.
thank you. So we've been through the advertising costs.
Yes.
Yeah. So your total advertising cost will be 2,500,
Right.
and that's everything that we spoke about before:
Yes.
the photos, the floor plan,
Yes.
the drone shots, the online, and the brochures. Yeah. And you were also asking about the this next section here, the
Yes.
authorisation to
Yes.
incur. So you're authorising us to spend this much on your advertising. Now, if you were to authorise me to spend money on repairs,
Yes.
that would be documented there
Good.
in
Yes.
this next section.
Yes.
In this case, I won't do that. I don't think it's necessary.
No. Good.
If we do find, as we're going through the process, that something comes up that needs to be attended to, I'll have a chat with you and
Yep.
we'll organise the best way to do
Yes.
it. Perfect. All right. So no more questions
No,
on
no
Form
more
6?
questions.
Nice and easy?
I think that you've covered just about everything that we want to know.
That's wonderful. Well,
Good.
if there is anything else
Yes.
after I leave here today,
Yes.
you can always just give me a call or
Yeah.
send me an email, and
Good.
I'd be happy to answer any more
Thank you
questions
very
that
much.
you've
Yeah.
got. So I've got this now. I will get a copy
Yes.
of this Form 6 to you, along with the communication plan that we talked about before, so you
Yeah.
know what's happening when.
Yes.
And I'll also send you a completed record of my inspection from today,
Good.
which will help you to just be aware of what I've highlighted
Yes,
as
good,
positive
good.
points and
Yes,
areas for
good.
improvement.
Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Wanda.
Thank
I
you
look
very
forward
much,
to working
Karen.
with you in
Thank you.
hands.
Thank you.
Okay.